And now, your Big 2 Local Weather Authority forecast. We warn you first with Chief Meteorologist Chase Menendez.
Well, good evening, everybody. We've got some nice clear conditions going on again overhead here in Midland and Odessa. Most of the rest of the basin looking very clear right now. In fact, we should be able to see a couple of stars overhead as a lot of the haze that we've been tracking this week finally beginning to move out of West Texas, increasing our air quality and also clearing up our skies a little bit. Thanks to that Sky Tracker network in Midland, we've got a good look at that skyline as well as what's going on overhead. But switching over to our almanac, we can see that our high temperatures did come in a little bit above average today. 87 degrees, our official observed high temperature. If you were watching us earlier in the 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. shows, we did actually gain 1 degree from that point. Our official high temperatures did update a little bit thanks to all that sunshine out there. We did end up warming up a little bit more than previously projected in those shows. Either way, still coming in above average. 85 degrees the normal for this time of year. Again, representing a good warm-up that we saw. Yesterday's high temperature coming in right at that 85 degree mark, and today we're warming up, indicating the presence of that warming trend, which is going to continue on for a little while longer. Now, we do have some clear skies overhead here on the satellite and radar for most of the basin. A little bit of green showing up there. Just some feedback on the satellite and radar. Nothing out of the ordinary. Does indicate ample moisture right now, which could lead to some foggy conditions by tomorrow morning, but I don't expect any rain for the basin or even for most of southeast New Mexico for the rest of this evening. Any rain that we saw earlier today did produce a lot of cloud cover, but that's about it. You can really see that the activity levels have died down after the sun went down. Even those showers that we had in northern central Lee County did move out pretty quickly. South of I-10, still a little bit of cloud cover left over from those showers that we saw earlier, especially around the Marfa Plateau and the Van Horn Mountains. But aside from that, conditions are clearing up rapidly, and by the time we get to tomorrow morning, we should be looking at some very clear conditions for most of us, especially in those higher elevations. We did see some of that rain in the mountains today. It's been a while since we've had any rain panning out, and thankfully we did get some of that. We've got another chance for some rain at the higher elevations for tomorrow, but the basin going to stay clear. Doesn't look like we're going to see too much in the way of rain chances for Odessa, Midland, or the rest of the basin for a little while, and that's going to allow our temperatures to really ramp up. A lot of clear skies overhead, a lot of sunny conditions, helping to keep our temperatures on the up and up and keep that warming trend alive at least through the end of this week. Now, current temperatures are at 74 now for Odessa, Midland, 80 even for Wink, but as we get to tomorrow morning, we are going to be looking at temperatures backing off down into the low 60s. This model showing 60 even for Odessa, Midland. That's my forecast low for tomorrow morning, in case you were wondering. So it is going to be very similar tomorrow morning to what we saw this morning. And as we get to the afternoon time, we'll see our temperatures picking up. This time the model running a little bit cool. My forecast high at 90 degrees for Odessa, Midland. But check this out. Look at Marfa, 83 right now. As we click forward just a couple hours, you can see a big cool spot popping up because that's where we're looking at chances for rain to develop in the afternoon time. Not across the basin, only at the higher elevations. So Odessa, Midland going to stay dry with another warm day in store for tomorrow. Clear conditions for most of us across the basin, at least as far as the sky is concerned, but I mentioned some of that moisture, which could provide some more fog to begin the day for tomorrow. By 8 a.m., visibility dropping down to about 3.5 miles for Midland, Odessa, a little bit lower along the eastern basin. And if you have a job site in Abilene or San Angelo, that's where that fog is going to be the thickest. But thankfully, as we get to about 10 a.m., most of that fog begins to lift, save for Abilene with visibility less than 1 mile by 10 a.m. So do be careful driving around tomorrow, especially if you're headed off to the east for work. Make sure to give yourself a little extra time to get to your job site if you're headed that direction. If you're in the basin, give yourself a little extra time just to be on the safe side anyway, because that fog will get to be a little bit thick in the morning time, but lift early and give us high temperatures at 90 to even degrees tomorrow, 93 Friday, 92 Saturday, and 91 Sunday. Then we get our next cold front to come through on Tuesday. Look at that drop off. High temperatures backing off into the 70s by Tuesday, and a good 40% chance for rain coming with it.
So in the basin, fall technically starts next week.
Yeah, I know. We officially started the fall season, but it's not going to feel like it.
I know.
You're right, until next week.
That's hot. Highs of 90s. All right.
It's going to be good.
Thank you, Chase.
Thanks.